Hey, welcome back. I'm Carissa, and I've got a couple of vegetable garden tasks. I thought I would take you along with me. They are overdue, specifically the potatoes. They can go in well before your last frost, so I was going to pop them into my grow bags and get them started today. I've got a couple varieties of those, and then I was going to show you what's growing here. This is early May in Zone 4B. BC, Canada. And I've got quite a lot of things growing, actually. You might be surprised. So I was going to show you what I have got going, what has overwintered, what reseeded, and how things are going with the things that I did plant, I think end of February or early March. Quite early in the season, but they are cold, hardy vegetables. So I was super excited to get those in the ground, and they have all come up, which is fabulous. And then I was going to do another round of seeding. Seed sowing actually, and yeah, just show you what's going on here in the veggie garden. The yard is chaos right now. We have decided to run irrigation lines just to help out with watering. Obviously, we're in a dry climate and we need water like most gardeners do. So this year we thought is the year that we would do it. And just, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it'll be very, very nice to just, you know, have things on timers and just water itself. Last year was our first growing season here. We just purchased the house just over a year ago. So last year was our first growing season here, and I hand watered everything. Besides the grass, that was a sprinkler. But anyway, everything was done by me manually, and it was a lot of work when you have a large piece of property. So I'm very, very excited for the irrigation. So that is going to be in shortly. We're working on it still. Anyway, let's get into the veggie garden. Okay, so I'm doing potatoes in grow bags. I purchased these last year off of Amazon, I believe, and they're maybe 18 inches wide. And I just have them about half full with just a mixed garden soil, compost manure, that type of thing. And I'm going to add some nutrients to this soil because actually potatoes are heavy feeders. So last year was my first year growing potatoes, and I put them in this like moisture loving mix that I just had out of a bag just for regular annual flowers, and it was way too moist. I actually rotted my potatoes and I only got a handful of them from 6 grow bags. So it was horrible. So anyway, this year I am learning from my mistake and using just regular compost, garden soil, well draining, and I'm going to add a few things. I have sphagnum moss, which will add to the moisture, but that's okay. Some bark, which will help with the drainage, and then a sea compost mix will just have help with the nutrients. And the way I've seen is a good way to do these potatoes is to, like I said, it's halfway full, and then you plant them underneath the soil a couple inches, and then as they grow, like actually if the foliage comes out, then you add some more soil on top, and then you will get even more potatoes. So I'm going to try that method in all 6 bags. I have 2 varieties, Yukon Gold and a fun one I found, Pink Amorosa, which is supposed to be good for baking and making chips. So I was just going to do the one, Yukon Gold, but a fellow YouTube friend did like a ton of varieties, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna try more. So thank you, BlueBirdHomestead, for that encouragement. So I've got my Yukon Golds. These were just regular potatoes that I had that were, you know, almost on their way out. So I put them on the counter, and they developed their little growth points, the eyes. And this one was a little bit wrinkled, so I didn't cut that because apparently that would make them prone to rotting. I only cut the hard ones so that they would callus over. So each potato has an eye. And then for my seed potatoes, I've never purchased these before, so this is my first year with them, and I'm super excited to try another variety. So like I said, they're Pink Amorosa seed potatoes, and there they are there. And you can see through the bag, they are ready to go. So I'm not going to cut these because I think I have plenty. Like I said, I only have 6 grow bags, and I have, I don't know, tons of potatoes, so I think it'll be fine. I'm only going to do maybe 3 or 4 in each grow bag because I said they're about 18 inches, and I think that will be about the right amount of space for them. So anyway, I'm going to put my soil implements in. Anyway, I'm going to put my soil amendments in, plug the potatoes in a few inches below the soil and let them go. Okay, so this is the bed, vegetable bed that I planted some seeds in quite early in the season, and I think all of them are coming up, which looks great. So I'm going to put another succession planting of carrots in here because it's nice to have a consistent harvest of carrots. There's nothing like fresh carrots. So I'm just going to make some of these holes. And sprinkle them in. Now sometimes I thin them out and sometimes I don't, depending on if I forget or if I'm just feeling a little bit hands off. And that's okay because you'll just get baby carrots. So it's all good. But it is nice to have some, you know, thick, long ones. So we'll see. Maybe I'll thin these ones out. I'm not sure. So anyway, I've got lettuce growing here, and then this is purple kale. I'll get a close-up shot for you because you might not be able to see from there. And then this is Swiss chard. This is a purple kale that overwintered from last year, and a foxglove in the corners that also overwintered. These are radishes. And then I have spinach here, a lupin, a perennial lupin. And then I forget what I have over there. There's no plant marker. So I'm not sure what I put in there and what's going to come up. We will see. So anyway, I was pretty happy about just the ease of planting so early in the season because the days are so cool. You don't have to worry about watering very often. Even in our dry climate, I didn't water them that often, and they're fine. So yeah, very, very nice, easy thing to do very early in the season to ensure that you'll have some harvest early on in the season. All right, as promised, I was going to show you the rest of what's going on in the veg garden. These are perennial flowers I started last year by seed. Here's some columbine. foxglove. This is pink oleates, which is very similar to dianthus, I want to say. And then all here is heliotrope that is coming back. And then this is our strawberry bed. These were given to us by a friend. And then raspberries all at the back. And then some more strawberries that I bought from a nursery, a local nursery. And these are my pride and joy. These are my strawberries I started from seed last year. And then these are Egyptian walking onions, which I planted last fall. And they are a beautiful type of onion that once the stalk gets heavy enough and the bulb at the top, which isn't here yet, the stalk breaks in half and it plants the bulb into the soil. So that's where it gets the name walking onion. So it just reproduces itself. So I have yet to eat these, but I'm very, very excited about using them. Here we have some purple kale, which overwintered. I think this is calendula that reseeded itself. Some more purple kale back there. And here we have either a cucumber or a zucchini. I had both of them in this area last year, and it totally reseeded itself, which is such a welcome surprise. This is my daughter's vegetable bed. I gave her one of our 4x4 cubes, and she planted carrots and a few other things. I forget, maybe cilantro. And this is the spinach that overwintered last year in my box, the little mini greenhouse. It overwintered in there, and now it is just coming and super, super happy. But I do see that it's bolting, so it might be done soon. And then she has a few strawberries in here as well. Oh, and she did plant some sugar snap peas, which is what this little trellis is for. And then we have some carrots that overwintered. And some calendula that reseeded itself. And I put some pepper seeds in here just to see what would happen. They are a warm loving vegetable, but we'll see. Maybe these are peppers starting to come up. And I didn't label this, but I'm pretty sure it's arugula and spinach. And this is in my little mini greenhouse. And that is sorrel. Growing very nicely there. And then here we have borage or borage. It's coming in. Although I might move it. This spot here is right where our future gate is going to go. Oh, there's some of the destruction going on in our yard where the irrigation lines are being run. Anyway, this is right by the gate, which I would love to have an arbor here with either some grapes or a hardy kiwi plant that I have. So I might be moving these, but they're fine here for now. And then I put bachelor buttons and poppies all down this row. And I'm not sure which one's coming up, but I'm happy if both of them come up. I think they'll be beautiful in this spot because it just looks out to the yard where I've got some perennials planted here and bulbs. Yeah, and then the last thing is, this is our, I think I've called it a trapezoid bed, but it's just sort of like a bed we built out of the leftover space. This was an old chicken coop in this corner, so it's an odd area, but we thought, oh, I'll just fill it with soil and plant it up. So anyway, a friend of mine, dear friend, gave me 30 raspberry offshoots, and they've all come up and leafed out very, very nicely. They're doing great. Even this one, the upper part died off, but it has new growth there at the bottom, which is just beautiful. Plants are so tough. Okay, and then in these little plastic greenhouses, I put peas and beans and sweet peas. And you can see it is working. I could totally take off the covers right now, but we have a chipmunk problem. So I'm gonna wait till they get a little bit tougher and then I'll take off those covers. And then here we have 2 different types of lettuce. And you can kind of see I planted the red lettuce in an X pattern, and then I filled in the quadrants with green lettuce. I just thought it would be pleasing to the eye. And I'm going to harvest this as leaf lettuce, not head, so that's why it's planted so tightly. Might as well pack in more. So that was my chore list for the day, and I think I'm pretty happy with just checking off a couple per day. So I've got my potatoes in, another round of carrots, and as you can see, a lot is growing around here, which is just so exciting because it's only the beginning of May. Typically I wouldn't be planting in my vegetable garden until mid to late May, so it's so nice to get a head start on it. So if you haven't done any of those plantings yet, please do. Unless you're in a zone much warmer than me, then whatever, you're probably doing fine. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. It was fun to get outside, even with the weed whacker in the background. It's still lovely. Hear the birds and get these things done. So anyway, hope you have a fantastic day, and thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.